Before the opening whistle, the atmosphere was thick with a suffocating sense of doubt. Press camera flashes fired relentlessly, reflecting the intense scrutiny surrounding a team that appeared to be fracturing under the weight of expectation. The stage for this Group K match was Houston, a city that had already become synonymous with high-octane football, recording 16 goals in the tournament's opening stages. Roberto Martínez's side arrived under a cloud. Their disappointing opening draw against DR Congo had transformed a star-studded roster into a target for a global media corps hungry for signs of a collapse. The questions were no longer about tactics, but about legacy. Pundits openly debated if this golden generation had finally peaked, and if the era of Cristiano Ronaldo had reached its inevitable end. Portugal was playing for psychological survival. A win wouldn't just provide 3 points. It was the only way to silence the critics and restore their standing as genuine tournament favorites. Across the pitch stood Uzbekistan. For the White Wolves, simply stepping onto this stage was a historic achievement, marking their very first appearance in a World Cup finals. Led by Italian legend Fabio Cannavaro, they carried a dangerous advantage. With no legacy to protect and no media pressure to endure, playing entirely with house money, looking to claim the tournament's first major scalp. It was a collision of opposites, a storied footballing power desperate to avoid a historic failure, and a fearless debutant with everything to gain. Martinez's response was immediate and aggressive. Instead of navigating the congested center, Portugal overloaded the left flank. Nuno Mendes became the primary engine, his overlapping runs stretching the Uzbek defense horizontally, forcing markers out of position and creating gaps. This relentless wide pressure broke the deadlock in just 6 minutes. Frustrated and out of position, the Uzbek midfield was forced into desperate professional fouls, leading to early yellow cards that hampered their ability to contest the ball. This rapid opening goal dismantled Uzbekistan's entire defensive posture. In one 6-minute window, the suffocating pressure on the Portuguese squad was replaced by a sense of total control. As the match progressed, the floodgates opened, and the focus shifted from the team's tactics to the individual brilliance of their captain. Cristiano Ronaldo's first goal of the evening wasn't just a point on the board, it was a record-breaking moment. He became the first player in history to score in 6 different World Cups, a testament to 2 decades of elite performance. His second goal carried even more weight. He surpassed the legendary Eusébio to become Portugal's all-time leading scorer in World Cup history. These goals acted as a definitive historical statement. By the time he walked off the pitch, the existential questions about his relevance had been replaced by a familiar sense of awe. The destruction was absolute. Rafael Leão added a clinical strike, while João Felix dismantled resistance with a masterclass in playmaking. The sheer velocity of the Portuguese attack eventually forced a Husenov own goal, as the Uzbek defenders were physically unable to keep pace with the movement inside the box. The combination of dominant set pieces, clinical wide play, and high-pressure defensive errors proved that Martinez's tactical overhaul had created a varied, multi-dimensional scoring machine. For Uzbekistan, the 5-0 scoreline was a harsh introduction to the elite level of international football. It was a 90-minute lesson in the intensity required to survive at this stage. Yet for Cannavaro, this match provided the raw data his program needed. This humbling experience serves as the blueprint to accelerate the tactical development of the game back in Uzbekistan. Portugal's journey now mirrors a common championship arc. Much like Argentina in 2022, they suffered an early stumble, only to find their true identity in the very next match. The mathematical impact was immediate. The blowout victory propelled Portugal to the top of Group K, backed by a dominating goal differential that secures their path forward. The match ended with a moment of pure theater, Ronaldo turning directly to the camera to declare that he was back. In Houston, Portugal didn't just win a game, they dismantled the doubt, silenced their critics, and re-announced themselves as an awakened powerhouse of the 2026 World Cup.